I was 8 years old when I was taken away from my mother, and my sister, my older sister.
My earliest memory was when I was 2 years old. My father grabbed me and threw me against the wall because I was in his way.
It was a period of 7 years that I didn't know where they were, where my mother was. All I know is that now I was with my father during this time. It was a very difficult period. My father became very abusive.
My father was a very, very abusive man. He had problems with alcohol. He also had problems with fits of rage. And I remember as a child, he would come home and just take it out on us and beat on me.
And he was verbally abusive. He was physically abusive. And he would look at me and kind of take things out on me because I was a reminder of the woman that he took us away from.
At the age of 14, I found myself getting stabbed in the back twice. I got into a fight and someone stabbed me in the back twice. And that was my wake-up call. I said, if I don't change my life by the age of 18, I'll be dead or in prison. That Sunday, I got up and I walked down the street, and there was a little red church on the corner of 111th Street. I would pass this church every single day.
So one day, this broken little girl walked into a church in Spanish Harlem. And it was there that I encountered Jesus and I encountered what my purpose was.
And something in me told me, go inside.
It was a little church that on the outside, it didn't look like much, but the presence of God was in this little church. And I encountered the presence of God in the walls of that little church. I had an encounter with him and it changed my life.
And it felt like I was the only one in the room, like God was just talking to me.
The pastor was there, the pastor's wife was there, and she greeted me with a warm hug and just embraced me. Little did I know years later that, not that long, actually a year later, that they would become my adoptive parents.
He called and made an altar call, and I just got up and I walked to the front, and I looked at the preacher in the eyes, and I said the words that changed my life forever. I said, preacher man, I don't know you, you don't know me, but I know one thing. I need God. As I handed him a gun.
Suddenly I knew my life could be different. Suddenly I knew there was a plan and a purpose for my life. Suddenly I knew that my pain had a purpose, and that not only could I walk out a higher purpose for my life, but I could show others the way.
That preacher not only became my pastor, that preacher became my father figure. He became my mentor. He spoke faith, hope into my life. He became my family. I didn't know that 5 years later I would marry his adopted daughter. So he actually became more than just a father figure. He became my father-in-law.
Our vision for Rain Church is to create a place where brokenness can be restored, where the lost can find their purpose, where the fatherless can find a home, where people just like I was broken, their lives can be transformed. They can discover their purpose. They can grow together in community, and the presence of God can refresh them and rain down and bring life into every area of their lives. That's the power of a little church. We want to ask you if you would consider partnering with us. We need your help. We need prayer. You can cover us in prayer in this season. We also need finances. Would you consider making a donation on our website? It's a tax-deductible donation. You can go to rainchurch.us and be a blessing to our community. It's going to take prayer and finances to build the kingdom and advance the church here in Orlando. Also help us out by sharing on social media. We are rain.church on Instagram and Facebook, and we would love for you to partner by sharing our content so that others in the area can get to know Rain Church and they can encounter God's presence.